Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Africah Harrigan, and today I will be doing a 1.5-year update on the Louis Vuitton Turrene GM. This is a highly requested video. You guys have several requests for me to do an update on some of the pieces that I had originally, including the Melee and also the Speedy Bandolier 40. But today we'll be featuring the Turrene GM. Let's go over the aesthetics of this beautiful bag. It has a gorgeous pleating in the front that is identical in the back. Right there, nice pivoting decoration right there, and right here as well in the front. In the front we also have a decorative tab that has 2 brass buttons that says Louis Vuitton engraved on it. They have the zipper pull, a vachetta zipper pull that still is very seamless. As you can see though, in the update, right, the vachetta tab has patinaed, not so honey tanned. It's not honey tanned at all. It has darkened significantly, I guess, from the constant use. And even right here, it had came apart a little bit, just a tad. But that doesn't stop me from using the bag. Like, I can still do this with it. It still opens, it still serves its purpose. However, it's just not as pretty as it was when I first purchased it. If you look at the brass is actually still intact. The brass right there in the front. And then there's the brass right here on the side. It's still very shiny 1.5 years later on both sides. This part right here, the connecting hook, it's a little bit duller than the actual brass hook. However, and it's the same actually on the side, on the opposite side as well. So overall, I would have to say that the brass is holding up really well. The vachetta has patinaed. As you remember, it was white when I first purchased it, and now it has developed a honey tan patina. I really like this color. I'll tell you the truth. I really do like this particular color here. But let me just go over some of the handles, because the handles also did darken as well. So when you look at the handles, if you look under here on the inner section, it's a little bit darker. On the outer section, it's fine. And the maroon trim on the handles held up really well over the past 1.5 years. And the same thing with this one. If I turn the bag around, you'll see that it's a little bit darker around the handles. However, down here, the vachetta is a really good patina, and when I put the bag down, the handle down, it's a really nice patina there as well. When you go into the interior, there is a flat pocket that is so nice. And then there's 2 smartphone compartments and a decorative tab that says Louis Vuitton Paris. On the sides, there's the vachetta trim, and there's also the, I guess, little decorative side pieces that is now curled. Originally, when I purchased it, the 2 pieces on the sides lay flat. However, now they're a little bit curled. The curl doesn't really bother me too much, because to me it gives the bag character. This is a bag that I use very often. I use it basically for work, more so than any of my other Louis Vuitton purchases. So this is with me almost every single day. The interior pockets, I must tell you that they're really spacious. However, as the bag continues to grow and ages, what happens is that when you put something in the front flat pocket or in one of the smartphone compartments in the back, it'll start to sink it in just a little bit. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Right here I have the Louis Vuitton key pouch. I'm just going to go ahead and prop the bag up how it was first. So I'm just going to go ahead now, and I'm going to put this inside of the flat compartment in the front, and you'll see how it kind of like sucks it in just a little bit more. It's not a significant difference. However, it does suck it in. See, now I'm going to remove it. It doesn't come down as much as it does when I put this in here. It kind of pulls it in a little bit. The material of the canvas is still in great condition. I take really good care of all of my Louis Vuitton pieces. But as you can see, it's now very supple. So if you focus a little bit more, there are dimples there, there are dimples here. From before, they were a little bit less defined, but now they're very much so defined. When I stuff it, it's not, you don't see the dimples, like it somehow disappears if I stuff it with my shawl, or if I stuff it prior to going to sleep. I like to stuff the bag and make it nice just so it can keep its form for as long as possible. Now, as you can see, this is nice and straight, but on the ends here, it curls up a little bit. And where this comes from is from wearing it crossbody. When you wear a crossbody, it kind of pulls in like that on the exterior sides, right? So as you can see, like when I put the bag back down, it still has a little dip on, especially on this end. It's a little bit of a dip on this end. It's not like flat like how it was when I originally purchased it. But all of this provides like character to the piece. So will I still recommend this piece? Absolutely. However, the only thing that I would want changed about this particular bag is this. If this handle here was brass, I wouldn't have to deal with vachetta, and I don't really think that it's fair to deal with vachetta for something that you have to use so often, because no matter how careful I am or anyone can be, you always have to touch this piece, and sometimes you're in a rush. You don't have time to make sure that you don't have lotion on your hands. You don't have time to make sure you don't have hand sanitizers on your hands, and you know, different things that can cause the oxidation of the vachetta. So for me personally, I really do love this bag. However, I do wish that this zipper pull was not made out of vachetta. It needs to be made out of brass. The zipper is held up well. Look at the zipper. It's still nice and gold. It's still shiny. It still zips perfectly fine. And that I love about it. When you look at the crossbody handle strap, this is actually in great condition as well. It patinaed so beautifully with the rest of the bag. It's really even. I must say that about this piece, that it has patinaed really, really nicely. Now the crossbody handles, I really do like the fact that I have the options of it being an adjustable strap. So here you go. Without this end piece here, the strap curls up a little. But when I take it now and I put it inside of the little holder in the end, it stays as flat as it possibly could stay, right? I don't usually adjust the holes too much, and that's just really just personal preference. I usually just like to keep it within the first hole, and it gives me the option of crossbody because I'm short, I'm 5'5". And it also gives me the option of just throwing it over my shoulder if I'm in a rush and I don't want to hold it top handle. I do prefer holding it top handle most of the time. However, if I need my hands to be free, I love the option of the crossbody strap as well. So one of my beautiful subscribers had asked me, and her name is Layla Malzahn. Such a beautiful name. Her inquiry is, she said, I love your videos. I have a question. Before I go to LV, I have a 15-inch MacBook Pro, and it looks so much smaller than the 15-inch you're using. And the 15-inch she's referring to is the Lenovo computer that I used in my 6-month update video. I featured the Lenovo to show you how it fits inside of the bag, and I also had a 13-inch Lenovo, and that fit inside. However, the 15-inch laptop did not fit. So that is what she's referring to when she says that. The outside dimensions of my 15-inch MacBook is 13 3/4 inches long, 9.5 inches tall, and it's very thin. Less than a half. The Turenne on the LV website says it's 17.7 inches, length 11 inches tall, and 5.9 inches in width. With all that said, do you think my laptop will fit in the Turenne? I noticed in one of your other videos you put a yellow legal pad in it with no problem, and the dimensions on the legal pad are 11 3/4 inches times 8.5 inches. I am hoping that your 15-inch laptop is a lot bigger than mine. Help. She is so cute. She says help. And do you still love your Turenne? Is it one of your favorite LVs still? Thank you again. I love your videos. You're such a happy person, and I always smile while watching your videos. Lila, thank you so much for your inquiries. And I have a 15-inch MacBook Pro laptop with me here today, just to show you whether or not this particular laptop brand can fit inside of the Louis Vuitton Turenne GM. So let me go ahead and start to unzip. And I'm going to first put this in diagonally because this is how I put in all of my laptops. and then I'll take it and I'll turn it. And yes, yay, it fits. So if you are interested in purchasing a 15-inch MacBook Pro, then go ahead, because if you purchase the Louis Vuitton Turrene GM, it will fit inside of it. Now let me show you how much space you have up top. Here vertically you have a significant amount of space between the laptop and the actual height of the bag. And horizontally you have about a ½ inch of space that the laptop does not take up, if you notice on this side right there. So I'll just go ahead and I'll take the laptop and I'll put it outside of the bag so you can see how it falls, and you see how much it fits. It has space in height, and this also has a lot of, about an inch left in width. So to answer your question, do I still love the Turenne? Absolutely. This is my all-time favorite Louis Vuitton bag. I use this bag every day for work. I find it to be spacious, it's functional, and I just love the decorative design of how the bag is, and I just really love it. So yes, it is still my all-time favorite. Thank you so much for your inquiries. If you have any additional inquiries, please feel free to let me know on my website or in the comment box below, actually. If anyone else have any inquiries, let me know that. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be a part of my YouTube family, and leave a comment in the comment box below, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you so much for tuning in to my 1.5-year update of my Louis Vuitton Turrene GM. I am Africah Harrigan. Stay beautiful.